Good morning, GovCon leaders and innovators. Welcome to the CyberCloud AI.Tech GovCon Intel briefing for June 17th, 2026. I'm Alex, and as always, I'm joined by the brilliant and ever-energetic Maya. Here at CyberCloud AI.Tech, we're all about empowering small businesses and GovCon teams, providing that crucial cybersecurity, cloud, AI, and federal capture strategy expertise without the Fortune 500 overhead. Today, we're diving deep into the latest signals from the federal landscape to help you sharpen your competitive edge. Maya, what's buzzing on your radar this week?
Alex, it's a packed week, and I'm practically vibrating with excitement over some of these signals. We're seeing some really strong indicators for near-term opportunities, especially within the Army and DHS. Let's kick things off with the Army's Medical Logistics Command. Federal News Network reports they're leveraging technology to dramatically cut repair times, moving from days down to mere hours. Think about the implications there for readiness and operational efficiency. That's not just an incremental improvement, that's a paradigm shift in how they maintain critical medical equipment.
That's a significant leap, Maya. When you hear cutting repair times from days to hours, it screams process optimization, predictive maintenance, and likely a heavy dose of data analytics and perhaps even AI-driven diagnostics. For our listeners, this isn't just a feel-good story. It's a clear signal that the Army is actively investing in solutions that enhance their logistical backbone. If your firm offers anything in supply chain modernization, IoT for asset tracking, or AI for predictive maintenance, this is a prime area to start digging.
Absolutely, Alex. And speaking of the Army and tech talent, there's another fascinating development. A second cohort of technology executives is joining the Army Reserve. We're talking about folks from Cloudflare, Sutter Hill Ventures, and even a co-founder of Facebook AI Research. This isn't just about bringing in smart people, it's about injecting cutting-edge commercial sector thinking directly into the military. They're not just looking for bodies, they're looking for brains that can accelerate innovation. If you're a small business with deep tech expertise, especially in cloud security or advanced AI, these are the kinds of connections and insights that could shape future requirements. It's like the Army is trying to download the Silicon Valley operating system directly into its core.
That's a great analogy, Maya, and it reinforces the idea that the Army is serious about integrating commercial best practices and top-tier talent. It's a strong signal for those in the AI and advanced cloud space to pay attention to how these new leaders might influence future solicitations and strategic direction. They're not just joining, they're bringing their networks and their commercial sector urgency with them.
Exactly. Now, let's pivot to a massive cloud win that just dropped. FedScoop announced that AWS secured a whopping $2.6 billion DHS-wide cloud project. This is the first award in the Cumulus initiative, which will also include Oracle, Google Cloud, and Microsoft. This isn't just a big contract, it's a foundational one for DHS's cloud journey. While AWS got the first chunk, the fact that Oracle, Google Cloud, and Microsoft are also part of the larger Cumulus initiative means DHS is building a multi-cloud environment.
$2.6 billion is certainly a head-turner, Maya. And the key takeaway for our listeners here is that while the hyperscalers are securing these massive foundational contracts, there's always a significant ecosystem of specialized services, integration partners, and security providers needed to make these large cloud migrations and operations successful. If you're not a hyperscaler, this is your cue to look for teaming opportunities, particularly with those awarded primes, or to position your unique cyber and AI solutions as essential overlays for these multi-cloud environments. DHS is clearly all in on cloud, and they'll need help beyond just the infrastructure.
You got it. And staying with the Army, we have two more critical signals. Defense Scoop recently featured Army's Brandon Pugh discussing workforce investment for stronger cyber defense. This isn't just about hiring. It's about training, upskilling, and retaining top cyber talent. For GovCons, this means opportunities in cyber training programs, advanced cyber tools, and even managed security services that can augment their internal teams. The cyber talent gap is real, and the Army is actively looking for solutions to bridge it.
Workforce development in cyber is a perennial challenge, and Pugh's comments underscore the Army's commitment to it. If your company specializes in cyber training, certification programs, or even innovative recruitment and retention strategies for cyber professionals, the Army is a clear target. They're looking for partners who can help them build a resilient, skilled cyber force.
And then, Army Lieutenant General Jeff Ray also spoke on Defense Scoop about making Army data move at mission speed. This is huge. In modern warfare, data is the new ammunition, and getting it to the right place at the right time securely is paramount. We're talking about everything from edge computing to advanced data analytics, secure data sharing platforms, and AI-driven insights at the tactical edge. If your solutions can help data flow faster, more securely, and generate actionable intelligence, the Army is absolutely signaling their need. They want their data to not just move, but to sprint across the battlefield.
Sprint across the battlefield. I like that, Maya. It's a powerful image and a clear directive. This isn't just about storage. It's about real-time processing, secure transmission, and actionable intelligence. For our listeners, if you're in data engineering, secure data fabrics, AI/ML for rapid decision-making, or even high-performance computing at the edge, this is a strong signal to align your capabilities with the Army's mission-critical data needs.
Moving on from direct opportunities to some crucial agency and customer intelligence, Alex. Federal News Network reported on an NDA proposal that's drawing concerns about a chilling effect on federal employees. Whistleblower protection advocates are worried it might cause federal employees to stay silent instead of reporting disclosures.
That's a sensitive issue, Maya, and it speaks to the broader federal workforce culture. For GovCons, while this isn't a direct opportunity, it's important context. Understanding the internal dynamics, morale, and policy concerns within federal agencies can inform your capture strategy. A workforce that feels stifled or disempowered might impact project execution or adoption of new technologies. It's a reminder that human factors are always part of the equation when working with the government.
Absolutely. Now, let's shift gears to some broader market movements and watch list items. First up, a video from GovExec highlighted the potential for a debt ceiling breach to mean the federal government might not pay any government employees. This is a recurring concern, but it's always worth monitoring because it can create significant uncertainty and impact contract funding cycles.
Indeed. While we hope it doesn't come to that, it's a stark reminder of the fiscal realities that can influence federal spending. GovCons need to be aware of these macroeconomic and political headwinds, as they can affect everything from new contract awards to payment schedules. It's about risk management and having contingency plans.
And speaking of risks, Mary Talk and Federal News Network both covered the critical issue of missile defense. Mary Talk specifically highlighted the failure of the Joint Forces' roles and responsibilities in missile defense, citing a sustained Iranian campaign earlier this year that caused significant damage and casualties. Federal News Network echoed this, emphasizing the missile defense race, winning with smarter systems and faster decisions. This isn't just a headline, it's a stark warning. The need for advanced, integrated, and rapidly adaptable missile defense systems, leveraging AI and machine learning for faster decision cycles, is incredibly urgent.
That's a serious and sobering assessment, Maya. The emphasis on smarter systems and faster decisions points directly to a need for advanced C2, sensor integration, AI-driven threat assessment, and rapid response capabilities. For companies in defense tech, particularly those with expertise in AI, machine learning, advanced radar, or integrated battle management systems, this is a critical area of focus. The stakes couldn't be higher.
Right? And then a bit of a curveball from Federal News Network. The Trump administration is reportedly further dismantling the Department of Education, moving oversight of special education to HHS and civil rights enforcement to the Department of Justice. This is a significant reorganization.
It is. While perhaps not directly in the wheelhouse of every GovCon, it's a prime example of how political administrations can reshape agency structures and responsibilities. For those working with or targeting education, HHS, or DOJ, this means understanding new reporting lines, budget shifts, and potentially new points of contact. It's a reminder to stay agile and update your account maps.
And finally, DIU, the Defense Innovation Unit, is leaning into risk to field commercial tech faster. Federal News Network reports their priorities have evolved, focusing on being a conduit to the commercial sector. This is fantastic news for innovative small businesses. DIU is actively seeking cutting-edge commercial solutions and is willing to take on more risk to get them into the hands of warfighters quickly.
That's a clear signal, Maya, that the DoD is serious about leveraging commercial innovation.
For our listeners, if you have a proven commercial technology that solves a defense problem, DIU is a pathway that could bypass some of the traditional, longer acquisition cycles. It's about speed and impact.
So, Alex, with all this intel, what are your top 3 practical capture actions for our listeners this week?
Great question, Maya. Based on everything we've covered, here are 3 actionable steps for our GovCon teams. First, given the strong signals from the Army, from medical logistics modernization to cyber workforce investment and data workflow at mission speed, prioritize deep dives into Army commands and initiatives. Specifically, look at the Medical Logistics Command, Army Cyber Command, and any programs focused on data fusion and edge computing. Your goal should be to identify specific points of contact and existing contracts where your capabilities can provide immediate value.
That's solid. The Army is clearly on a tech sprint.
Second, regarding the massive DHS Cumulus Cloud Awards, don't just see AWS as the winner. Recognize this as a foundational shift for DHS. Identify the primes involved, AWS, Oracle, Google Cloud, Microsoft, and actively seek out teaming opportunities. Position your specialized cybersecurity, AI, or compliance solutions as essential components for securing and optimizing these multi-cloud environments. The pie is huge, and there are many slices beyond the initial infrastructure.
Smart. It's all about finding your niche in the cloud ecosystem.
And third, stay informed on policy shifts and market dynamics. The NDA proposal for federal employees, the potential debt ceiling issues, and the Education Department reorganization all highlight the fluid nature of the federal landscape. While not direct opportunities, these factors influence agency priorities, employee morale, and budget stability. Incorporating this broader understanding into your capture narratives demonstrates a deeper awareness of your customer's environment, which can be a significant differentiator.
Excellent points, Alex. Understanding the landscape, both technical and political, is key to successful capture. It's like having a really good radar system for the GovCon market.
Exactly, Maya. And that brings us to the end of another insightful GovCon Intel briefing. We hope these signals help you navigate the federal market more effectively.
Thanks for tuning in.
For more in-depth GovCon cybersecurity, cloud, AI, compliance, and capture support, be sure to visit us at www.cybercloudai.tech. And if you're looking for more great content, check out our other technology and GovCon podcasts at www.cybercloudai.tech/Spotify.
Until next time, keep innovating and capturing those opportunities.